There is no such thing as time management on the LSAT. You need to do one question at a time and get it right. And if you have to randomly guess at the end of the section on however many questions are remaining, I don't care. That's fine. What I care about is that you have diligently solved one question after another until time is up. The games are roughly presented in increasing order of difficulty. Okay. The first game is almost always the easiest game. The last game is almost always the hardest game. Kaplan actually teaches you to look at all four games at the beginning of the section and then decide which one you're going to do. That is such a stupid waste of time. Don't waste time skipping around in the section. Do the first game, solve the first game, then move on, solve the second game. If you have time, move on, solve the third game. That's how you, I mean, people who finish the section, they don't do any of that skipping around. They do the first one, then they do the second one, then they do the third one, then they do the fourth one. It's like Kaplan's mission in life is to get people to 150. Like, I don't want you to get to 150. If you can't get to 160, I don't want you to go to law school. So these stupid gimmicky strategies of like, here's a way that you can kind of like skip the hard stuff, which isn't even that hard, only be good at some of the tests and get some points and get a shitty 150 and go to a bad law school and be an average law student and mediocre lawyer. That's not what we're about over here. I want you to excel. The only way you're going to excel is by actually understanding this shit. And so this advice, by the way, also for logical reasoning, they told you to read the question stem first on the logical reasoning questions, right? And they also
Yeah.
told you to like pick which question types you're better at and just do those ones and skip the question types you don't like. That is not okay over here. That's not what we do at LSAT Demon. Over here, we're going to do the questions in order, one at a time. We're going to attack the argument, then read the question, and the questions are going to be easy. So none of this wasting time by reading the question stem, deciding whether you're going to do the question or not. Bullshit. The logical reasoning questions, the ones at the beginning of the section, are easy. And you have to get to the point where you're going to get 5 out of 5 every time at the beginning of the section, probably 10 out of 10 every time at the beginning of the section. And once you do that, you're already in the realm of like 150 anyway. So I just don't understand why they try to make it so hard. They really make it way harder than it actually needs to be. If you could just do the first 10 questions on LR, do the first 2 reading comprehension passages, do the first 2 logic games, I think you're already at 150. And everything from there is just gravy. By the way, that's the easy shit. Like, you should be able to get that stuff easily. You shouldn't be sweating. It should just be like calm and careful and accurate. It'll make sense. You'll figure it out. That's how you build a foundation, by the way, to get to 160 or 165 or 170, is by running the table on the early, easy stuff.